Okay, we are turned on. We're live. The live stream is turned. I'm not turned on. The live stream's turned on. What's up, guys? I fucked up again today. I scheduled it for like 9:30 p.m. I guess I just wasn't looking at what time. I just selected the date and did it. So anyway, we're live right now, but I don't think there's I just didn't give you guys the heads up, so my bad. If you like the stream, there's this cool little animation that pops up, so don't forget to do that. I could send an email blast to everybody. I'll pop it in the Discord. Be like, hey yo, come hang out. Who's in here? If you're in here, say what's up. What's up, Direct? Oh, okay, we'll turn the light on. Let's get this party rocking. How's everyone's Friday going? Look, guys, I found my Dougsterbob hat. I was so bummed because I lost it, and I was thinking about it. I was like, hey, where the hell did my Dougsterbob hat go? And then I found it. I was looking for my sweaters and stuff, and yeah, found it. So it's a good day. The only other hat I have is that Swifty one, that tan one. I guess I have a tan Vans one, but I like the black hat. Black is just my color. I always wear black, and so finding this, I was super hyped. But anyway, that's all the good news I have for you guys today. We got Antonio, Direct, Palsy Paul. What's up, Paul? Severy. Cool. We got some homies in here. So mostly what I want to do on this live stream is go over, just highlight some different parts of the community. What's up, old Nick? Ooh, but I need to bring up, we'll talk about some of the most overrated cranks too. That's something that we're going to talk about. Hello, Kirk. Kirk is here. Mohammed, the thumbnail guy. What's up, dude? All right. Sorry, I got to pull up my my little Google sheet that I follow. It's got the list of what we're doing today, so I got to pull that up. All right. Okay, so anyway, we'll just, I'm trying to think of a good story to tell. You're looking at getting some cranks, Nick. What cranks are you looking at? Kirk, the legend cranks are on the list. the worst cranks. I guess, I don't know, man. They might be worth it. But that just seems, that price is absolutely crazy for cranks. People don't even spend that on a frame. People don't even spend that on a whole bike, you know? So anyway, I don't know, man. That's crazy. Severi's getting a new Sabrosa Rose frame. That's exciting. Okay, let's pull up some. Wait. I got to think about a story for the week. So I think I told you guys last week on Thanksgiving, I was going, my car broke on my way to see my parents on Thanksgiving, and it was supposed to get shipped up here. The shipping guy was like, yeah, we could pick it up Monday. And I'm like, cool. And then they didn't. And then they were going to pick it up Wednesday, and then they didn't. So anyway, I finally got my car up here yesterday, and I got a fuel pump for the motorcycle. So I've been trying to fix the motorcycle so I can ride that while I don't have my car. And so I got to fix my car. But I got the fuel pump for the motorcycle finally, the second fuel pump. The first one was the wrong one. When I'm done with this, I'm going to go plug it in, and I think I'll be good. And that's exciting. I'm really excited about that. But with all that stuff going on, not had a chance to ride at all in the last week. Probably week and a half, man. It's crazy. Like when everything is going the way it should, when everything's like working out right, it's great. Everything's fine, you know? And then when everything starts to fall apart, it is impossible to ride, man. It's so hard to find time to ride, and I don't know what to do, you know? It's like, oh God. Whoa. Hold on. Sorry. I hit my mouse and I just moved my screen. Okay. Anyway, what we're going to do now is I've got some stuff in the Discord to pull up. I didn't feel like talking about a trick today, but we want to shout out some of the people's bikes in the Discord. Are you guys ready? You guys ready to check out some of the bikes? If you guys are in the Discord, all you need to do is go in there and post a picture of your bike, and you can you'll be up here on the live stream. So that's fun. Oh my God. Google Chrome is not working good on my Mac, so now I'm using Safari again. I used to use Safari all the time, and then it started bugging out, so I switched to Chrome, and then that was good, and now Chrome's bugging out, and so now we're back to Safari. With the new update, the new Mac update, I'm like, okay, well, we'll switch back to Safari and see how it goes, I guess. Anyway, okay, I'm going to pull up some of your guys' bikes in from the Discord, and let's look at some of them. So post your bikes in there if you have a picture of cool bikes. That's the requirement. This is Kirk's new Colt DAC Custom. Kirk has 6 million bikes. Kirk, how many of them? Okay, wait. Kirk is here right now. So Kirk, how many bikes do you have right now put together? That's the question. How many of them are right now put together? Kirk just finds these crazy good deals on like Facebook Marketplace and stuff. It's insane. I don't know how much you got this one for, but I think this colorway and stuff, man, I'm pretty impressed. It's weird. It wouldn't be my color for sure, but like if I look at it from just an overall aesthetic or an overall build, I'm not sure about the yellow hubs. That's the only thing that I'm not sure about. But other than that, like it's very unique. And the brown seat, yellow hubs in the brown seat, I would change out. But like for, you know, just not my bike, looking at it, it's like that's well thought out design. Maybe not the hubs. White hubs would look cool. Match the white stickers or something, or just black, classic black. But anyway, I like this bike. This was a cool one. I had to highlight it. Had to highlight that bike for sure. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see what the next. Okay, wait. Shit figured out. I feel like half the stream is just me fumbling around with the damn settings. Okay, here we go. Now I think I got it better. Let's go. This is the BMXican. He is a new member here. So obviously Kirk is not a new member. The BMXican is oh, is this Felipe? This might actually be the BMXican. Oh, it is. It's Felipe. Hi, what's up, Felipe? That's crazy that Felipe is in here. This is Felipe's bike. And Sabrosa. White bike. White hubs. Black frame. This one looks light. This looks insanely light. I like these. Are those snafu bars? Yeah, snafu bars with the concave little crossbar there. The teal looks cool. If there was something else that was teal nipples would look sick on this bike. Teal nipples would look really sick. And I like white spokes. Most people can't do the white spokes right, but I think it fits good with the chain and with the pedals. So that's crazy. What's up, Felipe? And I saw Dakota Brat joined in there to post his edit yesterday. It's like so random seeing like Dakota. I love Dakota, man. Me and Dakota hung out a few times at Woodward, and there's this funny inside joke going on. That. So anyway, this is Dakota's edit, guys. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely need to check it out. Dak is probably one of the most technical, underrated dudes. He grew up around here in Tucson, and like I knew of him when I was starting out, and then he's just kept riding, throwing crazy stuff and just sending it. He went from being more of a park guy to doing insane drops, and I don't know how he holds up. I don't know how his body holds up, but he has so much control. We're gonna watch 5 seconds of this. I got distracted. We're gonna watch 5 seconds of Dakota's edit. We'll get the stream demonetized. It's cool. I want to show you guys my favorite part. This stuff. This is the stuff that Dakota does that's just absolutely... It really kind of blew him up, I think. I remember at Woodward that year, he was trying flip to Smith on a flat rail. And we just like filmed it over and over, and like everyone was freaking out. But when he does stuff like this, it's just crazy. Like, how do you get that precise? Okay, you're coming at a rail, you're doing a backflip for one, and he's not just he's not like, I think if I flip I'll land on this rail. Like, he's calculating it out. He's like, I'm gonna flip right here, got my pegs on, I'm good. That's mental, and that's a step up too. Okay, sorry, last time. Crazy, man. So crazy. He got picked up by Kink recently, I think on like Flow, and that's exciting. Look, see what I mean? Just giant drops that my wrists would not work after any of this. This is a cool spot. Did anyone else, when you first saw this, did anyone else think that this was a lake right there? To me, it looked like a frozen lake. Maybe I'm just dumb, but I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, I just saw a frozen lake. And then he manuals into it. I'm like, what are you doing? And then I'm like, oh, it's just a parking lot. It looked like a frozen lake. This is crazy. Okay, this is crazy right here. This is crazy. Are you guys ready? Okay, this is nuts. Bro. I'm telling you guys, this roof is huge. It's probably 8 feet tall. And these quarters are steep. He's got all that speed that he still takes a crank at it and just floats. That's nuts. Okay. Another one. Another flip pegs. This little park in Colorado. So anyway, insane control on the backflips. Just insane, man. It's good. Crazy. But anyway, Felipe, Dak in here. We got a lot of people coming into the Discord, and we're at 1,500 members. That is so cool. Shout out all the members. Love you guys. Okay, we looked at the BMXican's bike. We looked at Kirk's bike. Now we got to look at David Lamb's bike. I think that these are just a few of the ones that really caught my eye. I scrolled through the BMX showcase last night, and I wanted to shout these ones out. This is cool. Him and his son are getting into it. So he's got himself a new kink whip. He's got his son a new stolen bike, a smaller one. I don't know. Do any of you guys have kids? Any of you? I know Jared got both of his kids' bikes. He got himself a bike. Like, they got into it together. First time too. Jared was new to the sport completely. Like, if I have kids, they're definitely getting a bike and we're riding around. I don't know if I'll ride a lot when I get older. I mean, I hope so. I hope I can keep riding as much as I am right now. But like, I don't know, when I'm 30, will I be riding as much? If I am, and I have kids, we're riding together. It's a family event. Like, imagine people go to baseball games and kids get into sports and do all of that stuff. And like, I think it'd be the same thing. Imagine if instead of taking your kids to baseball practice every single day after school, you took them to skate park practice. You went to the skate park. And then on Saturdays, instead of going to the baseball games, you go on a road trip. That, to me, that sounds perfect. I would have loved if my parents did that instead of me playing baseball and football and all that, you know? Would be a good BMX dad. That's where we're headed. Okay, one more. I think I have one more. Sap. Sap is pretty active in the community, and he has a pretty cool bike. Look at this. Maybe. It looks a lot like a We the People Trust, but it's not. Looks a lot like a We the People Trust. The 4-piece bars. We got the... Maybe it is a Trust with... No, it's not a Trust. We got the purple rims. This one, I like it. I like the way that these 4-piece bars look. I think that's a pretty unique look, a clean look. And then this raw bone death frame, that's got to be a hard frame to find. I don't know anything about bone death, but I know that there's a lot of people in there that are in the, BMX sickness community on Facebook that love bone death. Like that is a big popular brand for those guys who are getting back into BMX or who like used to ride. And so I really like that one. Sap, sick bike, dope. So yeah, guys, post your bikes in there if you are, if you're in the Discord, you want to show off your ride. Kirk, I want to see all of the parts that you bought on Black Friday. I've got to see them all. Okay, now let's highlight a few riding clips. Just see what you guys are doing in here with the BMX. Alex is riding this pool bowl, and I just want to pause it right like here, I guess. Hello. Why does it go black when I pause it? Oh my God. Anyway, what I wanted to shout out or like point out is look at the pool coping. So dropping into pool coping is not easy. It's actually the opposite of easy. It's very hard. Dropping into pool coping is tough. Okay. Yeah. Well, yo, what the hell? I just want to be able to show the pool coping. I want to pause it. Anyway, look at the pool coping. It's overhung, so you have to like pick up right before that and drop in. And if you'll notice when he dropped in, like he landed a little bit low, and that's because that's pretty much how you have to drop in on pool coping. So that's not an easy feat, but he drops in, he flows this bowl really nice. I think that looks good. Flowing bowls is super fun. You just rip around with that speed. I got to go ride today. I don't care. It's been way too long. Clip number 2, young. Oh, it's just right under this one. This guy rips. It's always super crazy when I see somebody that just absolutely shreds in here. Okay. This is one of my favorite things. And it's like the more simple thing in the video, but this is sick. Because that's something I would do. I love foot jams on little random areas. That was a really clean whip. Kirk says perfect amount of brake squeal. That whip, man, that was so clean. That looked great. This one was a cool one. Bro's always on his way home. He said that there's a little hill that he can just hit and catch air. Is that a 26? And I always think that stuff like this is super fun. You just go, you're riding around, and you see something. There was a spot. I probably can't find it. It'll probably take me 6 years to find it. You know what? I'm gonna find it. Maybe. Hold on. I'll look for 0.5 seconds. Hold on. Because when Colin was in town, we went down and rode a little bit of street. Yeah, I think it's right here. And there's this spot. Yeah, it's right here. I'm gonna send it to myself. There was a spot that like it's grass and there's sidewalks, but the grass like goes up and meets there, and so you can kind of gap the sidewalk. And so what I'm getting at is like I love stuff like that where he's just riding around and he found a jump on his way home and he just hits it all the time. I think stuff like that is so cool. Okay, look. I think this is the one I landed. I'm really not sure. Oh. I don't know if Colin can keep up with me. Oh no, this is just a stupid wall ride. Never mind. Okay, but that was a clean bar, right? Hold on, this wrong one. Hold on. Maybe it's gone forever. I don't know though. Stuff like that where you're just out riding with your friends and you just find stuff. That's why street's so fun, I think, because it's just creative, you know. Whatever happens depends on what you find and what you make happen. Damn. I really want to find this one. Half the stream is me messing around with the settings, and then the other half is me playing on my phone trying to find the clip. I need a BMX buddy like Colin to move back over here, because without Colin was always down to film. Okay, well. Oh. Okay, I think this is it. Oh yeah, this is it. Okay, sorry. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Hold on. It's sending. Okay, check it out. Just stuff like this makes me so happy. Oh, what the hell? Oh, yeah, this is it. Okay. It's like barely a jump. But I don't know, man. You just find stuff to go ride and you just ride it. That's what BMX is all about. Okay. I think I have one more clip to share. This one was probably the coolest thing I saw all day. That's what I had to go back way down here. I commented, coolest thing I've seen all day, because it was hands down the coolest thing. You guys aren't even ready for this. So I didn't know what to expect. I saw something about a fakie. He popped up into the fakie and then fakied and fakied and fakied more and still fakied. I thought he'd be done by now, but he kept faking. Finally gets out of it right there. I don't know how old Ton is, but I was not expecting it. I was like, okay, he's going to roll up and fakie down. Like, that's what I thought. But then he just kept going and going and going. I was like, what the hell? There's probably, I can count the people on this hand that could do something like this that I know. Maybe not. Maybe I need a smaller hand to be able to do that. But like that's hard. That I couldn't do it. I definitely could not do that. That is not easy. So anyway, love seeing the cool stuff that you guys are doing on the Discord. Now, we got something serious to talk about. Some of the worst BMX cranks of all time. There's only 3 here, but we need to make sure that you guys don't end up with any of these terrible BMX cranks, okay? So the first cranks that we're going to talk about, worst BMX cranks of all time. These are, look, no hate, okay? And I think everyone has different experiences with different brands and different companies. And so I'm not trying to stir the pot here. I'm not trying to bash any brands. I'm just sharing, some thoughts, some experiences. You guys buy whatever you want. I try and make sure that you make good purchasing decisions, but you guys try and buy whatever you want, okay? You buy whatever you want. No, don't try it. Just buy whatever you want. All right. But anyway, let's talk about worst BMX cranks of all time from my unexperienced opinion. Damn, Kirk, you're good. Okay, first cranks. Oops. First cranks. One-piece cranks. Any one-piece cranks. These are the worst cranks that you could possibly have. Not a specific brand, but you guys, you'll see these one-piece cranks on cheap bikes from Walmart. You'll see them on low quality, just really low quality bikes. And it's not the end of the world, but it is pretty bad. One-piece cranks just don't last very long. They're if you can avoid them, please avoid them. And I know most of you guys understand this concept, but some of you guys are brand new and you don't understand the difference. There's one-piece cranks and there's three-piece cranks. These are called one-piece cranks because if you look here, they're all one solid piece. All of that is one solid piece. Three-piece cranks are three solid pieces, right? Revolutionary, I know. So stay away from one-piece cranks if you can avoid it, because they are a pain to work on. To get these out of the bottom bracket, you've got to take off the sprocket. You've got to pull out like part of the bottom bracket. You've got to wiggle it through. They're just not easy to work on. They're very weak. They bend easily, and you just want to stay away from them. Did you guys see number 2? I skipped number 2. Okay, so one-piece cranks, stay far away from. Okay, the second worst BMX cranks on the list, in my opinion, it's going to be Profile 19 millimeter cranks. Now they have Profile column cranks, and I haven't had the same experience with those. I haven't ridden them, but I also haven't heard the same things about them. But Profile 19 millimeter cranks, in my experience, are not very good cranks. And Kirk, I don't know how you knew I was going to say Profile on here, but I did. I had to. Now, I'm not saying they're like one-piece cranks didn't have any pros. It was all cons. There are some pros to the Profile cranks. These are light cranks. They weigh around 25 ounces depending on the crank arm length and the crank configuration that you do. Like they're not all bad. And it's cool. You can get a tie spindle. You can get the GHD spindle. You can get a normal spindle. You can replace just the crank arm for $80. You can go bossless if you're running spline drive and have a really nice clean look. Like there's a lot going on with Profile cranks. They have a lifetime warranty, and I think I've warrantied one pair of cranks, but we'll get into that later. They're made here in the USA. Okay. So they're not all bad, but there are also a good amount of cons. They're expensive. These cranks with the gun hole drive configuration. Gun hole drive is like the hole here in the spindle is bigger than like normal on a 19 millimeter, and so it's just a bigger hole. Is supposed to make it a little bit lighter. But they're $200, around $200. They're overhyped. Everyone says Profiles are the best. I don't think so. I've had terrible experiences with Profile, and my dumbass keeps buying them. So I'd keep buying them. I haven't bought any this last time. After I broke the last pair, I just said, well, okay, fair enough. We'll move on. But overhyped, and they're really not as durable as you'd expect. So my experience with them is those were some of the first cranks that I bought and upgraded. And I don't know, I feel like they lasted 8 months or a year, and then I broke a crank arm, and then I replaced that crank arm. So what's cool with these is they do have a warranty, and if you buy them from Profile or you buy them from somewhere and you keep your receipt, you can get them warranted pretty easily. It usually consists of you shipping it back to them, just like a typical warranty process, and that's cool. But yeah, so I had, broke those cranks. I've probably broken 4 sets of Profile cranks in my lifetime, 4 sets, and one of the last sets I bought it with the titanium spindle. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go all out. I'm going to buy light cranks, titanium spindle. And I bought them. I bent the spindle. The spindle bent. And that's just the spindle is like $200. Bent the spindle on a 360. And I was like, this is crazy. And called them. They said, no, we don't warranty. Our tie parts are indestructible, so we don't warranty our tie parts. And I'm like, well, they're not very indestructible. I just bent it. So anyway, they didn't do it. I bought Coco Zarita had another tie spindle. I bought one from him for like $100 and then put it on. Broke that one also. That one snapped clean in half, or not clean in half, but where the crank arm was, it just sheared right off. And so 2 titanium spindles, 4 crank sets, like they have not lasted for me. Now I'm 6'4", like 200, 210. So like Kirk says, it's all about, it does have an effect. Your weight and everything will have an effect. I should have probably been running 22. Maybe the profile columns are a lot better. I don't know. But these cranks, in my experience, $200 for cranks that just don't last and break over time. No bueno. Okay. They're also really hard to find in stock. That's the last thing there. Hard to find in stock. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. That means people are buying them. People are riding them. But number 3 on the list, RNC titanium cranks. Now, these are the new ones. These are the new cranks. Kirk, what are they called? Legend cranks? I can't remember. I was going to just talk about the normal titanium RNC cranks because they're $600. And from what I've heard, people have bad experience and they're pretty light, but you can get lighter, not titanium. I mean, you can't get, oh my God, you can get cranks that are close to that are a lot cheaper, that aren't like $1 million. Does that make sense? So like there are pros, again, just like I said, pros for the profiles, pros for the RNCs. They're 13.7 ounces. These are the RNC Legend cranks. 13.7 ounces, which is pretty crazy. Like less than a pound for this crank arm, this spindle, and this crank arm. That's crazy. That's really light. They're theoretically really durable, and they're made here in the USA. But we got to talk about the cons. They're $1,000. $1,000 for a set of cranks. Okay? Guys, hold on. $1,000 for a set of cranks, man. You could buy a lot with $1,000, a lot more than a set of cranks. And so, I don't know. I like to believe that I believe in capitalism, and I like to believe that RNC is just marking this up and making a good amount, a fair amount of money, and they're not screwing people over. I don't know what it would cost to make these, and they're probably not doing massive volumes, so it's a little bit more expensive. That's fine. But man, that is crazy. There are mixed reviews on durability for the normal RNC cranks, not the Legends. I haven't seen much about the Legends yet. And there was a little bit of a debacle there with Mike Feed and RNC's lack of customer service. So I don't know, man. I just think that those are, that is an insane price. And I think that's insanely overpriced. Like, it's like a novelty item, a $200 Supreme shirt is a novelty item. It doesn't actually do much, but it's just like, hey, look, I got this really cool fancy thing I spent. If I spent $1,000 on cranks, I would not ride it very much. Like, I would put it on a bike that sits on the wall behind me and be like, wow, look at my bike. Look at my bike. I don't ride my bike. Just look at my bike. That's what I would do with that if I put $1,000 cranks on my bike. Imagine getting your bike stolen. You got $1,000 cranks that got stolen. So anyway, yeah, no crank arm grinds on my bike, on my $1,000 cranks. I just would not be doing that. So yeah, those are the 3 cranks that you need to stay far, far away from, in my opinion, in my experience. Like, guys, just buy something $150, $200 that are durable, that are going to last, that you don't have to worry about them breaking. You can find them at a decent weight for around 30 ounces, and it's not going to make that big of a difference. So that's my thought. That's my hot take on cranks, but yeah. Okay, Diana's talking about, I'm going to get a Fat Boy Pro Mini. You are getting it for your kid. Awesome. That's dope, Diana. I'm glad. I think I've seen you in the live stream a few times here. Glad you like the content. Hopefully it's been helpful, I guess. Fat Boy Mini is a mini bike, and so that's interesting. Hope your 10-year-old likes the mini bike. That's cool. I would get something like a Verdi AV. It's lightweight. It's super sale right now. Like, what is it? $200? Yeah, $250. I think this is like a... Oh, hello. Hello, Dance Comp. Yes, you can use my location. Yes. Anyway, $264 instead of $419. It's a small, compact top tube. It's weaker, but for a 10-year-old, for a small 10-year-old, it shouldn't matter. 24.5 pounds. Like, this is a solid bike, I think, for a lot of smaller beginner riders. But all right, I'm gonna go eat some food, and I'm gonna go put the fuel pump on the motorcycle and try and ride it. If you guys have any BMX questions, go to the Discord and click right here on the BMX question tab. This is where you can post all of your questions, and I make videos for it on the BMX Nerd YouTube channel. So this is where I get the ideas for the BMX Nerd YouTube videos. So if you guys have any questions, throw them in here. I love to see your guys' progress. Love to see your bike pics. So join that Discord, be in there. We'll see you guys next week on the live stream. Happy December, guys. We'll talk to you later, okay?